Hello, Pisces. This is your 2026 tarot reading. We're going to go through the 12 houses and we are going to find out what Spirit has to say about your year in 2026. Okay. What I'm hearing from the astrologers around, 2026 is going to be a lot easier than 2025. It's going to have its crazy times, but I don't think it's going to be as stressful as 2025 has been for most people. I know some people have had a fantastic 2025. Others, and most people I've met, it's been a bit of a struggle. So, okay, so let's get these cards out and see what's going on, Pisces. So, gonna go through the 12 houses. I'm gonna put the cards out first, let you know what they mean, and then we'll go back and see what they mean for Pisces. So the first card, oh my gosh, the star. There is nothing wrong with the star. You have to wish upon a star. Renewal, hope, inner clarity, miracles. We know your year is going to be fantastic. Second card, we have the Ten of Wands. That's burdens or perseverance. You have the Emperor. Oh, respect, leadership. You have the Two of Cups. That's partnerships. You get the Hierophant, which is it's like a Pope type person. It's traditions, convention, conformity. Oh, and then the Nine of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. The Page of Swords. Some truth is going to be revealed. Some truth. The Nine of Swords. That's you're a bit anxious, not sleeping well. We'll see. We'll hear more about that later. And then the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is it's possibilities. He's young. I think he's the youngest page. So he's there to talk about all the possibilities. Then we have Death, which is just maybe just transformation, just a big change in your life. Judgment. This is reviewing your life and kind of making sure that you're not wasting your time. We'll see how that goes in there, in that position. Oh, and then we get the Five of Cups. That's 3 cards down, 2 cards up. So there's some loss of something. And it's kind of one of those losses you can't do anything about. And you should just be pleased you still have, thank yourself that you still have 2 left. And you're not really sure at this point what you've lost. It just feels like a loss. So that's where we are with that. Okay, so let's go through. You have the star in the first house of identity. So the first house of identity is you, your personality, how you look. And this, you're marvelous, darling, is what I want to say. The star is just, you're feeling really good. You're feeling on top of the world, because of the inner clarity and renewal and hope that comes with that card, and with your personality and how you live. You're feeling pretty darn good. So that's nice. to have for 2026, to have that feeling. Um, Second card, which is the second house, is possessions and money. And you are working hard. This is perseverance. It's maybe your job is just getting really, really busy, um, or more difficult. Maybe they've laid people off and there's less of you to do the work. Um, it's yeah. This is this. There's no way of putting this any other way other than it's hard and you're just going to have to persevere. The good thing, it's a 10, so it has to come to an end sometime. It's not like it's going to go on for a long time. Um, and I don't know if there's anything I have here that we could kind of see when that may change. Maybe I could try later. Um, but it's perseverance, but you have the energy to do it. You you will do it, um, but you're finding it very difficult. The third card is, the third house is communication and knowledge. What you know, what you've learned, what your routine is. And you get the Emperor. You're living like a king. It's respect, leadership, strategy, father figure. You're you're doing okay in the world, and people think very highly of you. You have built up a great relationship, or great relationships, plural. Um, and so, in terms of communication and your knowledge and what people think of you, you're you're up there with the kings. In the fourth house, this is home and family. That's a nice card to get for home and family. It's where you live, it's your attachments, your roots, your domestic life. It's also even emotional security. And you get the Two of Cups. So, your partnership or your partner now, you're going to be really happy in 2026. It's Things are going to calm down, and you're really going to have maybe more fun, go out more than you have in the past, or maybe you're retiring or changing a job and you've got a bit more time to be with your partner, or maybe you get to work at home and you don't have that half hour to an hour commute, so you're at home more and you can get out and have fun with your partner. So partnerships, and if you don't have a partner, you soon will have fun, or you'll have old friends hanging out with you. It's always going to you're going to be surrounded by friends if you do not have a special person. The fifth card, we get the fifth major arcana, which is the Hierophant, and this is creativity. The way we play, fall in love, and create. And this guy is a gentleman. If you're female, you are a prim and proper lady. Uh, this is this is kind of funny in this position. How you fall in love and create. He's also a mentor, and these men below are mentors. But being the Hierophant, it's all about traditions, and conventions. So if you fall in love, you're going to do the dinner dates or the coffee. You're going to start off slow. It's not going to be wild and crazy. That guy could not be wild and crazy even if you tried. It's going to be just move at a reasonable pace. In the sixth house, which is work and service, this is your health, your responsibilities. Um, This is a really good card. You got the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So for work, for any responsibilities that you have, um, and I mean, if you're a manager and people work for you, I mean, everything here is going to go really, really well. I mean, if you get promoted to be a manager early in the year, you're going to be a really good manager. Or if you decide to move to another company, you're going to do really, really well. If you don't, you'll do really, really well. So it's, yeah, look at that guy. He's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. You know, I do what I do. I do what's fair, and it works out. In the I can't count at the moment. In the seventh house of relationships, you get the Page of Swords. Now, the swords are a bit harsh. They don't have a personality really, but they are all about the truth. Um, it's it's all about truth. Also, communications may come in there too. But specifically, the page is it's awakening is really what it is. Let's go back to where we were. So relationships, partnerships, business partnerships. There's an awakening here, and this could be doing something different or finding out. Let's say you have a business and finding out that one of your suppliers is not on the right side of the truth. Um, I would take this not as something to look for, but just something to be aware of, that there could be instances where you could be taken, someone could take advantage of you, and it's more likely to be in maybe a relationship, business, or love, or business partner. I was thinking business partnership, but there's no reason why it couldn't be a love partnership that's not on the up and up. So not great, but it's a page, so it's not a big heavy thing, but it's something. So yeah, just be aware of that. In the eighth house, this is the house of tough stuff. Well, yeah, looks like it. It represents things you don't like to talk about, like death and taxes. Um, it's yeah, it's also transformation. So this is tough. You're not sleeping. You're not. You. It could be depression, but there's also some grief there. I mean, you may lose someone. It could be, I mean, it happens to everyone. Their parents, it could be a parent, it could be a granny, it could be a best friend or something that just, you know, shocks you and makes you think, oh my gosh, could it be me? Um, it's all, let me read again. It's tough stuff. Yeah, money, transfer. It's more likely to be something that happens that you don't want to do, or you don't like the way it turned out, or maybe let's say it's a policy at work, and for the company it's a policy that is helping them, But as an employee, it's it's a little bit more precarious for you, or it doesn't protect you as much as it protects the company, and so there's some concern there. And so that's, again, we've got two swords here. Keep your eye out for things. Read the fine print. Just be aware. I'm not saying don't relax, and, but just be aware and check out some things if they don't seem quite right. In the ninth house of expansion and beliefs, we have the Page of Cups. So the ninth house is about expanding your horizons, your knowledge, your belief system. It's about learning. Maybe you're thinking of taking some courses or going back to school or making sure that you keep whatever qualifications you have open. Sometimes you need to do so many hours of work to keep the qualification. It's that. It's like, don't forget that. Or even if you don't think you need it, it's not going to take you long. Just keep it open, just in case. You never know. It's kind of covering your back. Okay, so now we get to 10th house, career. Death to the career. Your career, your reputation, your world, your persona, and your social responsibilities. They are all going to change this year. Death means a big change. Something's going to happen. It's in your house of career, reputation, your world. You are going to change. Something is going to snap. And things that you thought seemed fair, or things that you thought were logical, or just things that you thought you just went along with the crowd. You didn't know it was an option that you could change. This is the change. And this could be a big thing in 2026 for you. I mean, it's your reputation. It's you in the world. It's how people see you. It's going to change. And it always changes for the good. It's always a step up. It's always something better than you had. And you're going to be surprised. It's one of those instances where people may not recognize you. Obviously, you look, the way you look, but it's such a big thing in your 10th house that people, I'm not saying they won't recognize you, but something that you have something part of, or you involved in, or a decision you made, people are not going to believe that it was you who did that. And this is a good card. It's all for the good. The change is good. It's not a difficult, well, we're not going to say it's a difficult change, but it's a change that you had to do. And so you're not like whining or hating the fact that you have to change. You're changing because your mind, your body, your spirit feels that's what it should be. That's what it should be. Wow. Right next to Judgment. So, Judgment, here we go. This is in the friends and community, your hopes and dreams, your social life. And this is kind of, it can be a wake-up call to some people. It's it kind of goes with this change, right? You change and you start thinking a bit differently, and then in terms of your community, your friends, your hopes and dreams, that kind of happens. It it is connected to it. Um, this is this is really about you kind of reassessing your life or where you are, or looking at your career. Or sometimes you're like, I got to this age, I should be doing this, or oh my gosh, I remember when I used to act like a kid, I should be doing this. Or suddenly you've got time when you're like, I'm going to volunteer, or I'm going to help someone. It's there's so many facets of this, but it is you looking at yourself, and it's not something that you just suddenly you're sitting in the car and you start reminiscing about what you've done in life and what you've missed. It's going to sneak up on you every now and then, and you're going to go, my God, at this age, I thought I'd be doing that. Why am I not doing that? Yeah, good question. Why aren't you doing that? So yeah, this is a wake up call. Life is short. If there are things you wanted to do in the past and you haven't done them, or there's things you've done in the past that you wish you hadn't, but you can kind of go over it again, try again, get it right next time, that kind of thing. It's it's a good card in a good position. Wake up call. Now, the 12th house of secret and doing. This one's a tough one. This is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is loss and regret, or feeling abandoned and unloved. I feel it's more likely to be loss and regret. It's in your 12th house. This is the private you that you don't really talk about, and you have some regrets, and everyone has regrets. There's always so many there's always so many choices that we have to make in our lives, and sometimes you get to the point where you maybe regretted some of them, or it's a part of life, and you can regret, and you can you know contact people or let them know, or you can change something, but you can't remove it. But what you have is still two cups, and maybe to get three more cups back, it's probably better focusing on these two cups, and maybe they will multiply and you'll get your three cups back. Maybe it's just a delay in something that you wanted that's not going to happen as fast as you want it to. So it's not a great card, but it's not a bad card. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like the heartbreak card is, yeah, you get heartbreak every now and then. You get disappointed. Um, Life isn't supposed to be a box of chocolates. Um, that's the wrong saying, but you know what I mean. It's like things happen, and so this is just a little warning. Something's going to happen. You're going to regret it, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna move on. You're gonna be fine. You got you got the wish fulfillment card. You're gonna be a freaking emperor. Um, you're going to manifest. You're going to change into something wonderful. And we started with the star. Wish upon a star. Dreams come true. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really good year for you Pisces. Um, I'm going to do. Oh yeah, let me do. We didn't get any pentacles here. Let's look at the money situation. Let me just do a couple of things here. The money situation. Okay. mentoring, balanced finances, success and harmony, spiritual wealth. You're going to be okay. Look at that. Don't go wild. Balance your finances. And then let's see what this one says. See what this one says. Okay. Compassion. Show compassion towards yourself and others, which I think is a very Pisces thing to do. That's a good card for you. Okay, well, thank you. I will end now. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. And hopefully I will see you on my channel another time. Thanks. Bye.